With FNCS Trios officially being announced for the game mode for the entirety of 2025, we already have a bunch of insane confirmed trios. I kind of just want to go over the drama that is already starting with all these new trios and some of the most overpowered trios we might have ever seen in Fortnite history. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're trying to hit 70,000 subs by the end of the month. We're literally like 500 subs away from 67K. So please just subscribe and turn on notifications if you're new. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more, especially when buying the FNCS pickaxe in the item shop. Follow me on my Twitter at KDOG to keep up to date with everything to do in Fortnite competitive. Without further ado though, let's get straight into my first ever trios video. I think we have to start this video off by going over potentially the most overpowered trio in Fortnite history. This was confirmed by Peterbot himself, and it is going to be Peterbot x Pollo x Cold. Now on paper, this is already one of the best fighting off spawn teams ever. This is by far probably the best fighting team in general. They have two of arguably like the top 3 or 4 fighters in the entire world on the same team, as well as Pollo, who is undeniably the best support player in all of Fortnite. So just on paper as of right now, this trio does look pretty perfect. If you're thinking right now there's no way these guys actually end up playing together, let me show you guys the clip of Peterbot himself confirming this.
Sure, I already got a trio, chat. We already got a trio cooked up. Sell a cash cup? Alright, bet, let's play. Yeah, chat, I think we're gonna play with Cold, bro. Me, Pollo, and Cold, we're gonna run that shit up.
Now, after this team got announced, I asked on Twitter, how many FNCS wins does a trio of Peterbot, Cold, and Pollo get? And I got a lot of different responses. Some people say they're going to win every single FNCS next season, plus the LAN. Some people said this team's going to flop, it's not going to work out. Other people said that this team is going to split before actual trio events even start. So I want to hear your guys' opinions in the comment section down below. How many FNCS wins do you think this trio is going to be able to get? I think what Fortnite's going to do is there's going to be 3 FNCSs throughout the year and then a LAN event at the end of the year like they did this year. For me right now, if I just had to make a prediction, I think they are going to win at least one. If they're somehow able to win every single FNCS next year, which gives Peterbot and Pollo like 7 or 8 FNCS wins in a row, then I don't even know what I would say at that point. I don't know how realistic that really is. So right now, I'm just gonna say I think they are going to win at least one. I heard Peterbot talking on stream today saying he wants to break Miro's record of 6 total FNCS wins. So that means he wants to get to at least 7. Since he is currently at 4 right now, obviously that means he would have to win 3. And I do think he eventually will get to 7. I'm just not super confident in him being able to get to 7 by next year. That just seems a little bit too soon. I would say maybe within the next like 2 to 3 years he gets there. But if he's able to get there by the end of next year, then he is just undeniably the GOAT of Fortnite. All right, let's do some hypotheticals here now. And let's say hypothetically they are able to win 3 FNCSs next year. Peterbot is able to get to 7. That would mean Cold would get to 5 and Pollo would get to 6 FNCS wins. So does that put them in the GOAT debate as well now? I don't know. Maybe that's a discussion. That's a whole nother discussion and a whole nother video to have. I'm just very excited to watch this team next year now. All right, let's move on to the next confirmed team now. And this is an EU team and it is from Vico himself. And he tweeted out, staying in EU and dominating next year with @Chap and @Flixie. So this is going to be a very fun team to watch. You guys already know how dominant Vico and Flixie were like basically all year on EU. Vico and Flixie finished 4th place at LAN, and then I'm pretty sure Chap and Teeny finished in like 6th. So this is going to be another very scary fighting team to go against. And with how dominant Vico and Flixie were last season, now pairing them up with the team that was getting 2nd place in back-to-back FNCS Grand Finals, I feel like this could potentially be the best team on EU. Let's go on now to one of the only other like fully confirmed teams that we have, and that's actually Swizzy, Vania, and Murstache. So this one surprised a lot of people because it looks like Malibuca is the odd one out of this trio now, and they are in fact going to be picking up Murstache, which was a surprising thing to a lot of people. But you guys all know how good Swizzy and Vania have been together. Just a lot of unfortunate things have happened for Vania for his visa issues and everything like that. Hopefully LAN is actually in like Europe or something next year so we don't have to deal with any more of those issues and we can see this full trio perform at LAN. I'm very very excited to watch this team going forwards now though, and I think this is definitely going to be a top 3 trio on EU going into next year. It is still unconfirmed by Malabuka who he is going to be playing with for trios as of right now, but as soon as we get an update, I'll make sure to give you guys the information as soon as possible. Let's move back over to NA now, and we have to talk about one of the bigger ones of Clix. It looks like Vino is going to be staying in EU for all of next year, and basically just at this point forwards, he's already back in EU, I'm pretty sure. So it seems like the Vino and Clix era is done, and it also doesn't look like Clix is going to be moving to EU. I saw a lot of people say that Clix is playing with like Mongrel and Mr. Savage. That was literally just like a bait that they did. That is not confirmed information. Clix has said himself he is not playing with Mongrel and Mr. Savage next year, but there is a couple of different options, and one of the main people that Clix has been talking to is looking like it is going to be Clix x Reet x, not a confirmed third yet. So I wanted to actually include some people who I think could be a very fun third for them, and some people that I think would just mesh well with them in general. The first person you have to think of obviously is going to be Booga. Clix and Booga have wanted to play with each other for so long now, and obviously you guys know they did used to trio with each other when they played with like Bizzle, and they were a good trio when they played together. I think they finished like 5th place in FNCS Grand Finals. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below though, but if you're able to pair them up with Reet now and have Booga IGL while Clix plays support and then Reet can just like full frag out, I think that would be one of like a top 5, maybe even a top 3 trio on NA. I think as like a chemistry wise as well, all those players would mesh really well together, and I think that is one of Clix's best options. Clix just really needs to find an IGL, and if he doesn't end up playing with Booga, I think another really good player for him to be able to play with, which I'm not sure how realistic this one is actually going to be, but I think it would just be really fun. I think a trio of Clix, Reet, and Acorn would be absolutely insane as well. You guys already know how crazy Acorn is, one of the best IGLs in the world, one of the smartest players in the world, and if he was able to IGL 2 players like Clix and Reet, I think that trio would be so fun to watch. I just don't really think Acorn likes being on stream all that much and like streaming in general, so I'm not sure how likely that team really is. I just don't know any other like crazy good IGL options there is for Clix that would want to play on stream. That's like one of the most unfortunate things with being Clix, is there is not very many like top of the tier 1 pros that want to play on stream. He said himself that he had so many insane options and people that have hit him up to play trios, but most of them are saying they are not going to play with him if he streams. And whether he admits it or not, he is a content creator first before a competitive player, and he is always going to prioritize streaming over competitive. So I just really hope he's able to play with somebody like Booga. I think it is basically confirmed that him and Reet are at least going to try out, and I think that is a very good option of a person for him to play with. Let me know in the comment section down below though who you guys actually want Clix to play with. We did see Vino tweet out his potential trio as well, and it is looking like Vino is going to be playing with Queasy. He tweeted out, looking for trio as a solo or with Queasy +1. We can play in EU or NA. So I mean, like the whole we can play EU or NA part is interesting, and then like he responded to that and he said, or potentially with Clix if we can cook something. But if I just had to make a prediction right now, I don't think he's coming back to NA. I don't really think he likes playing in NA all that much. I think the trio is going to end up being like Vino, Queasy, and Thomas HD. I think that would be an absolutely insane trio. Queasy already being one of the best IGLs Fortnite has ever seen. Vino could go more back to that like fragging role, which I think does just suit him best. He is like a very smart player obviously, and he can like help Queasy make decisions, but if he's able to just be like a full fragger, I think that would like make him be able to perform at 100% his best ability. And then Thomas HD, you guys already know, one of the best players of all time, the 2nd place merchant. That would definitely be at the top of EU for trios. Let's get on to Mr. Savage and Mongrel now. Now obviously these guys are going to be playing together. They have not confirmed yet who their third is going to be. I think some really fun thirds with them would be someone like Marius, who is obviously known as a very good fighter and was getting hyped up for like a month to be like the EU version of Peterbot. I think for a pure like content but also competitive wise like mixture, Marius is a very good option for them. I think that team would be able to make grands. I don't think it would be one of the best team on EU, but I think there is like a top 10 in grands potential there. Mongrel and Mr. Savage are in a very similar situation to somebody like Clix, where a lot of like the good EU pros don't want to play on stream in the first place, but I could see maybe someone like Rezon playing with them also. I don't think that Mr. Savage is ever going to leave Mongrel though, so for anyone out there that wants Mr. Savage to like come back to NA and play with like Clix and Reet or something, while that would be an absolute like insane trio, I don't think there is any world where Mr. Mr. Savage leaves Mongrel. But like Mongrel and Mr. Savage are one of the harder teams to really predict who their third is going to be. So let me know in the comment section down below who you guys think they should actually pick up. We did see people like Miro tweet out looking for Trio Sirius though. Statistically the best Trios player, and he's playing 10 hours a day now. So I am very excited to see who players like Miro end up playing with. I think just for controller players in general, it is going to be a massive next year for them. Hopefully we get to see the comeback of like insane placements from Day. There are so many players that are just really good at Trios, and I cannot wait to see all the new teams that form. Back to Miro though, I feel like he is going to end up pairing up with like Cooper, and I'm not really sure who their third would be yet, but I think we do see a reuniting of Miro and Cooper playing together again for Trios, which I mean, I don't really know how well that's going to go. It's really hard to gauge how good Miro is at this current point in his career, and we also don't know if Miro is looking to IGL or if he wants to be a full fragger like he was during his prime Trio days. There is just a lot of unanswered questions there, but I think Miro could make a full comeback next year and become one of the top players in the game again. Other than that, a lot of pros really just said they're not super worried about confirming their Trio yet, as Trios are not even going to have any official tournaments for the next like 4 months now. So a lot of them just aren't really trying to rush anything, and that is completely respectable. So other than that though, that is basically all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Remember, we are literally like 400 subs away from 67,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me reach that goal, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Use code KDog in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. YouTube says you'll enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter at KDog to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.